Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a cyber attack prevented a Kentucky woman from selling her old home, which caused some payments to not go through. And a recent study shows how feasible a 4-year public college in southeastern Kentucky could truly be.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. The time is 6:31 on December 1st, 2023. Let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Cameron Aaron for a look at your forecast this morning. Cameron, it's soggy out there.
Hey, you know what, Madison? It's Friday, so even a little bit of rain can't bring down the mood on this Friday. But yeah, you will need the umbrella, so be sure to pack it and be sure to give yourself some extra time this morning because we are tracking a widespread soaking up on First Alert Pinpoint Doppler. The good news, no heavy rain, no severe weather, but some much needed showers as we close out your work week and on your Friday morning commute. Zooming into portions of Wayne County, into McCreary, also Whitley County, a heavier pocket of showers not too far away from Corbin at this hour. And some more light to moderate showers close to the Mountain Parkway, also close to I-64 as well. So we are tracking some showers, and that will continue for much of your Friday morning commutes. Here's a live look from London to Hazard to Pikeville. And once again, we are soggy. Those temperatures in the 40s for most of us, up to 42 for London, 43 in Somerset, and 47 over in Jackson at this hour. But we see some high temperatures above average on this Friday. We should be in the lower 50s. We top out in the upper 50s on Friday. And notice after lunchtime, we are tracking a drying trend. It's not going to be completely dry, but not as widespread as we go after lunchtime. And again, those temperatures top out in the middle to upper 50s, more above average weather on the way for this weekend, and then a cool down into next week. All those details plus your full 7-day forecast on the way in just a few minutes. Madison?
Cameron, thank you. Organizations are coming together to create a recovery hub in Whitesburg. The Kentucky River District Health Department and Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation are partnering to help provide more resources to those in any stage of addiction. Public Health Director Scott Lockard says they want to be able to intervene and help as many people as possible.
We had a dream of creating a one-stop shop for anyone with substance use disorder. Substance use disorder is one of the biggest public health issues facing our region, and we wanted to do something as an effective intervention to try to intervene in this problem.
Lockard says it will take a unified front to effectively tackle the drug problem. A Kentucky woman has hit some major roadblocks trying to sell her home. Loan Care mortgage servicing was temporarily down this week, they say, after a cyber attack. Ashlyn Tenhagen and her family of 5 have been trying to close on their new home. She says she found out about the cyber attack after trying to stop her auto payment on their old home, which she wasn't able to do. In order to close on their old home, she says she had to pay 2 months worth of mortgage payments to the title company, all while, she says, being kept in the dark. She says it has taken several phone calls, error messages, and cost $4,600.
Living in boxes, we have a baby who's chewing on everything. So I'm like, okay, we either unpack everything, repack everything, which it's hard enough packing one. So we're like, you know what, we're just gonna pay the money, hope that they settle it and we get the money back and just hope for the best.
Tenhagen is hoping to be packed up and on her way to her new home this weekend. In Pulaski County, the funeral for 2 murder victims will be held today. Ardith Prather Jr. and Ardith Prather III were killed on November 7th. 20-year-old Austin Prather is accused of their murder. He is their son and grandson. The investigation into the murder is still ongoing. The service will be held today at 1 p.m. at First Baptist Church in Somerset. A woman has been arrested in connection with a shooting that sent a man to the hospital Wednesday in Floyd County. Officials with the Floyd County Sheriff's Office arrested the woman in the Blue River area. The sheriff says the shooting occurred at a home along State Route 404. The woman, whose name was not released, was charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The sheriff says more charges are possible. Southeastern Kentucky might be a step closer to getting a public 4-year university. And right now, Hazard seems to be the target location. This comes after a study by the Council on Post-Secondary Education determined this region was a higher education desert. Yesterday, I was able to speak to local and government officials.
We want to have quality education from K through college.
And in the spring, Senate President Robert Stivers put action behind those words by sponsoring Senate Joint Resolution 98, commissioning the CPE to study the possible performance of a residential 4-year public university in the southeastern region of the state.
But Southeast Kentucky really has not had a college that really served the heart of Southeast Kentucky. So really, these counties have become a bit of an educational desert when it comes to 4-year college degrees and above.
The study noted with the combination of HCTC's large presence and Hazard's central location, the preference would be turning the community college into a standalone university.
One important note in the Council Post-Secondary Study was that no matter what we do in Eastern Kentucky as far as a 4-year public university, it must be coupled with a strategic workforce and economic development plan for the region.
Judge Executive Scott Alexander says this would encourage more students to pursue higher education.
To have a university here to where our students could go, they could still be at home and feel at home and not ridiculed and looked down on because they're from Appalachia and the way they talk, would just be an amazing thing to have here in the mountains.
The study also looked into non-traditional housing for the campus.
We have housing problems all over Eastern Kentucky. Anytime that you say you're going to build housing, it's a plus.
With this study saying Hazard is the preferred location, there will be continued research about the best way to make it happen. Officials stress there will need to be more data collected before any final decisions are made. Congressman Hal Rogers will have at least one opponent in next year's primary election. Republican Dr. Dana Edwards of Manchester filed to run against him yesterday. According to his campaign website, Edwards is a surgeon and a farmer. Congressman Rogers, the Dean of the House, has been elected to 22 consecutive terms and has served since 1981. Dr. Edwards says he is running to restore conservative leadership and fight for the interests of Kentucky's 5th congressional district. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul stepped in to help a fellow senator that was choking yesterday. Iowa Republican Senator Johnny Ernst got choked on some food during a closed-door luncheon. That's when Senator Paul performed the Heimlich maneuver on her. She thanked Paul on social media and joked she was choking on, quote, woke politics. The Archer Park Light Spectacular is underway in Prestonsburg, bringing the Christmas magic with more than 1 million lights. The drive-through light display is open from now until the new year, every day from about 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And there are several other fun activities for folks to enjoy in Archer Park along with the lights. Prestonsburg Mayor Les Stapleton says every year the park brings joy to thousands of people.
It's an opportunity to get out here, enjoy the lights, enjoy our characters, enjoy Santa, carnival rides, funnel cakes. That's always a big treat. We want people to be able to get in the Christmas spirit, and that's what it's all about.
The Archer Park Light Show is free, and if you don't want to drive, you can get out and walk around or pay $3 and ride the Shriners train. Another holiday tradition, Christmas for Charity, will be at the First Federal Center in Hazard Saturday from 8 p.m. until 1 a.m. A different cause or organization benefits from the event each year. This time, the proceeds will go to the Housing Development Alliance. HDA Executive Director Scott McReynolds says they are excited to use the money to continue flood recovery efforts.
So obviously right now the big thing in our is the flood recovery. There's still hundreds of folks who need help getting back in a house, need a new house, and so this money will help us help more people quicker.
The event includes food, drinks, dancing, and a live band. Tickets for $85 are still available at Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Janet Smith Agency on Morton Boulevard. They also will be on sale at the door for $100. We also want to tell you about a big holiday event in London. The 2023 Christmas concert presented by the Southeast Kentucky Community Chorus will be on Sunday at 4 p.m. The free event will take place at the First Baptist Church in London. More than 70 singers will perform at the concert.
Well, good morning and happy Friday. Not the best forecast on this Friday as more showers are likely as you wake up and walk out the door. Up on First Alert Pinpoint Doppler, some widespread showers on the way on that Friday morning commute. Zooming into a few heavier pockets of showers now close to Barberville and Knox County. Also one not too far away from Williamsburg and Willie County as well. And a few more light to moderate showers in the Big Sandy Valley close to Prestonsburg. Also up to near Paintsville and Johnson County. So again, we are watching out for some showers this morning and more rain chances for the rest of your morning commute. So be sure to pack the umbrella and the rain jacket as you wake up and walk out the door. Those temperatures not as cold as recent mornings. For most of us, we have some 40s, but a few upper 30s as well, down to 37 for Hazard and 39 over in Manchester, 47 for Jackson, also Prestonsburg at this hour. But those temperatures do rebound for the second half of your Friday. Highs back in the middle to upper 50s. And again, we should be in the lower 50s. So we are above average once again for your Friday, but we get even warmer into this weekend as some 60s are possible by Saturday. Also on Sunday, those details plus your full 7-day forecast on the way in just a few minutes. Madison?
Cameron, thank you, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:42. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. A vote on the House floor today could make history as lawmakers on both sides are pushing to oust Congressman George Santos.